Oh hey guys, what is up? It's another book club meeting. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And hopefully this lighting is better than the lighting from the last video. And hopefully this video is more exciting than the last video because I realized the last video I was more scripted. I felt scripted when I was editing and I want to try and be more bubbly and fun. So let's get started. I'm just going to show you some books that I've read before, and then I'm going to start you off with the first book that we're all going to start reading together, and hopefully you guys will go and buy it maybe and read with me. Hopefully. I can only pray that you guys will, because I don't want to do this alone. This is about all of us together. So let's get started. Oh, and if you are wondering my shirt, yes, I am wearing a shirt with a panda holding a red Solo cup, riding a giraffe while both wearing sunglasses. Pretty classy, I know. So this book I read middle school, I think it was, and it was my favorite book ever, and I think it's still one of my all-time favorite books. It's called Major Crush. And there's like this book series, a romantic comedy series with, when you always look for those little hearts. Camera fell. Camera, stay where you are, you piece of poop. Don't move, camera. I see you slowly moving down. Is that better? I hope it's better. You probably see the leather, but it's sitting on a foot stand thing. Look for those little hearts, and it's a whole like book series. I'm stuttering, and the stuttering is the worst thing ever. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So it's a romantic comedy book series, and it's a bunch of different authors making these romantic comedy books, and I found this one and I thought I would give it a try. And it's by Jennifer E. Coles, I believe that's how you say her name. So I'm going to read the back of the book to you since I'm stuttering, and I feel like reading it to you would be easier for you to understand the basis of what the book's about. So, tired of the beauty pageant circuit, Virginia Sauter, however you say her name, tosses her tiara, pierces her nose, and auditions for the most unlikely of roles, drum major of the high school marching band. Virginia wins, but is forced to share the title with Drew, whose family has held the position for generations. Sure, Drew is hot, but because of his superior attitude, he and Virginia are constantly arguing. That is, until they share more than just their halftime salute. But as the drum major's heated competition turns to sizzling romance, explosive rumors threaten everything, including the band's success. Love seemed to be a sure hit, but Virginia and Drew may be marching straight into disaster. Oh my god! I don't know, I just think it's really well written, and I just love romantic comedies, and I just love romance in general. I'm a big sap when it comes to romance, so it's really, really good, and I think you guys should go buy it at your local bookstore. It was only $5.99. It's just a little book, and it'll take you probably 5 seconds. That's like how big the font is on the inside. And as you can see, it's a little roughed up because I read it and then I shared it with a bunch of my friends when I was in middle school too. But I still think even though I'm 20, I would read this again and still enjoy it just as much. So I don't think it matters what age. I feel like a book's a book, and if you like it, you like it. So the next book is out of the same type of series. And I know the camera's slowly tilting down. I'm trying to keep the camera up. Stay up, camera. Come on. So, same author though, but out of the same type of romantic comedy series. So I saw the author, Jennifer E. Coles, and obviously I read Major Crush, and I was like, I want to find another book by her and see if they're good out of the series. I found The Boys Next Door. And once again, I'm going to read you the back of the book because I'm stuttering, and again, it does a better job than what I would do trying to explain it to you. Lori lives for summertime on the lake. She spends all season wakeboarding, swimming, and hanging with her friends, including the two hotties in the house next door. With the Vader brothers, Lori's always been one of the guys. Sorry about that truck, I live right by a busy road. But while Lori and the baby brother Adam are inseparable friends, she can't deny a secret crush on Sean, the older Vader boy. This year, Sean's been paying Lori a lot of attention, and not in a brotherly way. But just as Lori decides to prove to Sean she's girlfriend material, she realizes that her role as girlfriend to Adam may be even more important. And by trying so hard for the perfect summer romance, she could be going overboard. Another amazing book. Again, I read this in like middle school, freshman year probably, so it's a little foggy of what it's specifically about, but I remember how much I loved it and I couldn't put it down, and I read it every SSR, and again, as you can see, it's a little teared at the seams and stuff because I read it so much, and I read it really fast actually. It's really, really good. Obviously, if you like watching love triangles, obviously nobody likes love triangles, but if you like reading about them and you think they're interesting to read about, This is a good book because she falls for two boys, and we all know that we've fallen for two boys at the same time. I know I have multiple times, and it sucks. And so she's just trying to decide who she wants to be with in the end. And so I think it's a really good book. Go get it. Go get both of these. If they still sell them, because I went to Barnes & Noble to find more of these series and I didn't find any. I still have a bunch that I have to read, so I'll get on that and I'll update you with those books too. And then I'm going to show you a book series that I think you guys should read. The first book is called Private, but I couldn't find it because I think my friend Steph, I let her borrow it, but then her dog destroyed it, and then she gave me a new one, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to show you this one. It says Vanished. Okay, look, I know these chicks look really creepy. Like, look at her. I just think they're not that good looking to be on a book cover, and I feel like book covers with real people on them are awkward. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that feeling when you see book covers with real people on them instead of like cartoons. Like, I like the cartoon feel because it just looks cuter and it's not as creepy. I feel like these people are looking at me. I feel like she's gonna kill me. I feel like she's like possessed by the devil. I don't know, that's just me. It's an airplane. It's really pretty though. La, 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 la. Private series is kind of like Gossip Girl, but I think it's way better. It's more realistic drama that can happen. I mean, I know Gossip Girl has real drama that could happen in like the preppy New Yorker world, but this is more drama that could actually happen to you if you go to a private type of school or a sorority kind of school, and some of the things that can happen. Obviously, this is called Vanished, and one of the girls goes missing, and I'm not going to tell you who, but that missing people happen, but I don't know, I just love them, and I remember reading them in high school, and I couldn't put the book down. It was so good, and I keep touching my hair, and I'm sorry about that. I remember my friend Amelia, she would lend me these books. I finally bought a bunch of them, but she would lend me them, and I would keep asking her and nagging her. I'm like, I want the next book. Like, I have to know what happens to this person, or I have to know what happens to this person. So the main character is Reed Brennan. You follow her life and what goes on with her when she goes to the school. They're called the Billings Girls, and Billings House is what she gets into. And Easton Academy is the school. I'd read you the back of this book, but I can't because I'll give away stuff. Because when you buy these books, do not read the back of the books because they give away so much information. So obviously if you want to spoil your reading adventure, go ahead, read the back of the books, but I wouldn't, because I remember I would grab a book and I'd read the back and I'm like, I just spoiled, like, now I know who's missing, or now I know who's dating, and stuff like that. So Katie Bryan writes them. They all have covers kind of like this. They say whatever the name of the book is, and then they have these creepy chicks on the front. So go to your local bookstore and try it out. It's definitely a series worth reading. So there's a fly. Really? Get away. Okay, here we are. We are at the end of the video. But before you guys go, I'm going to show you the book that we're all going to start reading together, and I hope you guys are excited about this. And I think, again, it'll help us all get to reading together and reading again, because not many people read nowadays because of all the technology we have. So the book is called Matched. Whenever you go to Barnes & Noble and you buy a book, they suggest other books that are like that genre. And so I've bought Divergent and I've bought Hunger Games, and they said that this series is like them. So of course, if you love the Hunger Games and you love Divergent, you're probably going to love this series. The next one's called Frost, but yeah, the first one's called Matched, and I believe there's an insert on the inside. Excuse me. Okay, since the plane is pretty much gone because I have limited time today. Okay, so Cassie has always trusted the society's choices, and when her best friend appears on the matching screen, Cassie is certain he is the one. Guys, I'll show it to you. It says right there. If it'll zoom in or unblur or whatever. How would you pronounce that? Leave it in the comments below, and I'm probably blurry right now. Until she sees another face flash for an instant before the screen fades to black. Now she is faced with impossible choices between Xandy and Kai, or Xander. Between Xander and Kai. These are interesting names. Between the only life she's known and the path no one dares follows. Between perfection and passion. Society matched them, but love set them free. In the society, officials decide who you love, where you work, when you die. I read that when I first bought this and I was like, holy crap. And then on the top it says love triangle plus struggle against the power that be equals perfect escape. So I thought that's really interesting. I feel like these futuristic city worlds or places or whatever where they tell you like this is how you have to live your life, I think it's really interesting because most places in the world are free countries and we get to decide what we want to do. And I'm sorry the wind's blowing, so if it's blowing in your ear, I'm sorry. But we get to choose what we want to do. It's a free country. We can live the way we want to live, so we think. I mean, what is freedom, really? But I think it's cool when you read stuff about different worlds and different places. And so I say go pick up Matched. I'm going to start reading it. Let me see how long chapter 1 is. Okay, so I'm going to read all the way up to chapter 4. I'm going to stop at chapter 4, which is page 36, because these chapters are pretty short in the beginning. I bet they'll get longer, but so read with me all the way up to chapter 4 and then stop there, put your bookmark in there, and we will catch up next episode. And I will also present to you one new book that I've read that I think you should go and buy. And obviously go buy this book if you don't own it, and we can read it together. So lots of books hopefully on your wish list, and I know I've been slouching because I feel like I'm not in the viewfinder, and I'm going to rewatch this and probably redo this all over again. You never know. But that is it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book club series. Leave a comment down below of books you would like me to either read or present, or books you want us to read together. And leave a comment if you like this series and if you think I should do something different with this kind of series. I could do like TV shows or something, I don't know, but I really like the book club idea, so I think I'm gonna stick with it. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with a random video. Love you guys, bye! Summertime wouldn't be the same without her. She lives